1 potato, 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes, 4, 5 potatoes, 6 potatoes, 7 potatoes more. 1 potato, 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes, 4, 5 potatoes, 6 potatoes, 7 potatoes more. 1 potato, 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes, 4, 5 potatoes, 6 potatoes, 7 potatoes more. 1 potato, 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes, 4, 5 potatoes, 6 potatoes, 7 potatoes more. 1 potato, 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes, 4, 5 potatoes, 6 potatoes, 7 potatoes more. 1 potato, 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes, 4, 5 potatoes, 6 potatoes, 7 potatoes more. Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. Butter, 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 butterfly. Ladybug, ladybug, ladybug. Ladybug, ladybug, ladybug. Ladybug, ladybug, ladybug. Lady, 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 ladybug. Bumblebee, bumblebee, bumblebee. Bumblebee, bumblebee, bumblebee. Bumblebee, bumblebee, bumblebee. Bumble, 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 bumblebee. Butterfly, ladybug, and bumblebee, flying all around the trees. Ladybug, bumblebee, and butterfly, flying high into the sky. Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. Butter, 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 butterfly. Ladybug, ladybug, ladybug. Ladybug, ladybug, ladybug. Ladybug, ladybug, ladybug. Lady, 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 ladybug. Bumblebee, bumblebee, bumblebee. Bumblebee, bumblebee, bumblebee. Bumblebee, bumblebee, bumblebee. Bumble, 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 bumblebee. Butterfly, ladybug, and bumblebee, flying all around the trees. Ladybug, bumblebee, and butterfly, flying high into the sky. Butterfly, ladybug, bumblebee. Butterfly, ladybug, bumblebee. Butterfly, ladybug, bumblebee. Butterfly, ladybug, and bumblebee.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand?
Jump up, get down, come dance, break down now. We're moving our body to the ABCs. Dance nearby, wow, dance far away, now clap your hands. To the letter of the day, clap, clap. What's the letter, clap, clap? What's the letter, clap, 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 clap?
What's the letter? What's the letter? What's the letter? What's the letter? What's the letter?
The letter of the day is O. It's the letter of the day. It's the letter of the day. It's the letter. It's the letter. It's the letter of the day. It's the letter of the day. It's the letter of the day.
Please be seated. If you love something, love it completely. Cherish it, say it, but most importantly, show it, because life is finite, it is fragile, and just because something is there one day, it might not be the next. Never take that for granted. Say what you need to say, and then say a little more. Say too much, show too much, and then love too much. Because everything is temporary but love. Because love outlives us all. On behalf of Ollie's family, Brad and Katie, his sister Addie, his grandparents, Simon and Tanya and Tony and Julie, and all of Ollie's extended family, I thank you for coming to this celebration service today and for honouring the place that Ollie holds within your lives and within your hearts. I would like to begin our service by lighting candles in honour of Ollie, reminding us of the light that he shone into our lives with his infectious personality. And so as I read these words, I would like to invite any of you who would like to come forward and to light one of these candles. To all the people who are watching online, who are also lighting their own candles in Ollie's honour, we thank you. And so when you are ready, I'd like to invite Addie to come forward and to light our first candle. Thanks, Addie. And now as I read these words, if anyone would like to come forward and light their own. I will light this candle for you, to shatter all the darkness and to bless the times that we knew. Like a beacon through our lives, their flames will burn bright and they will guide us on our way. Today, Ollie, we light these candles for you. The seasons come and go, and we're weary from the change, but we have to keep moving on. But you know it's not the same. And when I'm walking all alone, do you hear me call your name? Do you hear me sing the songs that we used to sing? Ollie, you filled our lives with wonder, and you touched us with surprise, and we always saw that special something deep within your eyes. And through the good times and the bad, we will try to carry on. We hold on to the love and to the memories that we have of you. Thank you, Ollie. For those of you I haven't met, my name is Simon, and along with all of the staff here at Parkside, we are privileged to have been entrusted with the care of Ollie after his death, and of playing just a small part in his service of farewell here at Parkside. It's been a privilege for me to have been asked to lead this service, for it means that I have been invited to share a very special time in the life of Ollie's family over these past few days. At the conclusion of our service, you are all warmly invited to stay here at Parkside for refreshments as we continue in remembering Ollie's life, maybe in a little less formal way. It's also during this time after the service that if you didn't get a chance to come forward and light a candle in Ollie's memory now, that you might like to do that a little bit later on privately. If you haven't already done so, now is a good time to turn your mobile phone off or onto silent as your mark of respect for Ollie. A. Milne, the author of Winnie the Pooh, penned these words some years ago, and I think that they resonate with us today. And Pooh and Piglet are sitting having a little chat, and Pooh says, "Today was a difficult day." And Piglet asked him, "Do you want to talk about it?" And after a while, Pooh said, No, I don't think I do." "That's okay," said Piglet. And he came and he sat beside his friend a bit closer. And Pooh said, "What are you doing?" And Piglet said, "Nothing really. Only I know what difficult days are like. I quite often don't feel like talking about it on the difficult days either. But goodness," continued Piglet, "difficult days are so much easier when you know that you've got someone there for you. And I'll always be here for you, Pooh." And as Pooh sat there working through in his head his difficult day, while the solid, reliable Piglet sat next to him quietly, swinging his little legs, he thought that his best friend had never been more right. Today is one of those difficult days, and there will be many more difficult days in the months, the years ahead. Most of you have already been just like Piglet throughout your journey with Ollie, with Brad, with Katie, and I encourage you to continue being like Piglet for Ollie's family. Sometimes the quiet act of just being there is all that's needed on those difficult days. Don't desert each other once today is over. Don't be afraid to speak Ollie's name, for to help someone who is grieving means that you need to be willing to share in some of their pain. When a child dies, we mourn not only for the life that was, but we mourn more, I think, for the life that might have been. It's right and it's natural that we should mourn and we should grieve, because sorrow is a reflection and a measure of the love, the happiness, the intimacy that we had hoped to share with Ollie over many, many more years. And I suppose in a way we also grieve for ourselves, because we know that our own lives will never be the same without Ollie's love, without his light shining into them. You all know Ollie and his story probably far better than I can put any of it into words. And so today we will hear words from the people who were closest to Ollie. And to start, I would like to invite Brad to come forward now and to share what him and Katie have prepared.
Before we start, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for attending today, whether it be here in person or online, to laugh, cry, and celebrate the life of our little man, our Ollie, our Olsey, our Olby, our coconut. Ollie had many loves, of which I'll list a few. He loved the wind in his face and through his hair, bonus points if it was raining slightly. He loved his big sister Addie. Credit to his patience and gentle nature, he also tolerated her persistently love bombing him. He loved the colour purple, his toy worms, stacking blocks and songs about buzzing bumblebees. I'll speak on his behalf and say that he loved the Collingwood Football Club too. Most of all though, he loved his family, his friends, and his ever-expanding fan club. My first interaction with Ollie was on the 20th of December 2022. I received a phone call at 5 in the morning from his mum, and then 25 minutes later, a glimpse of his perfect, round little face. Most babies are born into the world screaming and angry to be out and about, but Ollie, he had the biggest open-mouthed gummy smile on his face. Although there were many sleepless nights in the beginning, he was quick to become an overnight sleeper, and just as quickly, he omitted his daytime naps. Specialists attributed this to a severe case of FOMO, or fear of missing out. Like his big sister, Ollie was a heavy sleeper. I also have to admit, it wasn't much of an endearing quality that during these deep sleeps he would often be snoozing with his eyes open. Very, very creepy. The midnight parties. We loved Ollie's midnight parties. With no more daytime naps, Ollie instead preferred to go to bed early, wake up around midnight, and have his own party for what seemed like hours. I'm not sure if he was aware, but he would always have an audience of 2 to these parties via the baby monitor. It would start as quiet babbling, then giggling, then yelling, and standing in his cot, pulling on the sides like they were prison bars. He was having a party and the world needed to know about it. One of my favourite moments with Ollie would be our bedtime routine. At the end, I would carry him to his cot, lay him down, give him his bunny, and say goodnight. I would always wave goodnight to him before I closed his bedroom door, and for a time, while he had the strength to, he would wave back to me. It's a small, simple gesture, but to me it meant the world. As time would go on, how much I cherished those moments would grow significantly. Almost a year ago today, after several colds and a recurring case of croup, we noticed that Ollie was tiring faster, would sometimes flop his body completely, and the worst part of all, started to lose his ability to swallow his beloved food. We reached out to Kira, who offered us a physio session with Ollie to work out some routines to try and build his strength back up. That night after Ollie's physio session, our hearts broke for the first time. Kira reached out and mentioned to us that it would be worth having Ollie taken to hospital and checked for a potentially life-limiting and terminal condition. Dr. Google was not our friend that night. Credit to the natural resilience of children and Ollie's happy-go-lucky outlook. If we didn't mention his potential condition to anyone, you'd think he was a perfectly healthy, happy and cheeky little boy. Despite the escalating medical issues, we persisted with Ollie's social life and continued his attendance at daycare until his last day in December last year, when the risk of illness and the potential tragic outcome had rapidly become too great. Ollie was a beloved attendee of Footprints Daycare here in Burnie, and the history books tell us that this was a significant moment in time. Footprints Daycare was the true beginning of Ollie's fan club. Ollie's fan club grew in strength in September 2024 when we took him to the Royal Hobart Hospital for a stay on the paediatric ward to undergo testing. Genetic testing and research, which continues to this day in the hopes of diagnosing his condition. During Ollie's stay at the Royal Hobart in November 2024, we had our first family meeting with the consulting medical staff. It was in this meeting we were advised that due to the rate at which Ollie was losing strength in his muscles, that an advisory temporary diagnosis of muscular dystrophy would be given. This condition is terminal. Discussions around the real possibility of significant and permanent medical intervention took place, and a decision would need to be made between 2 choices, one that keeps him alive and one that lets him live. Katie and I made the decision to give him a chance to live, and in November he was able to bounce back. Ollie was able to enjoy his second birthday party with many friends and family, a brightly coloured bee-themed extravaganza. January was met with more emergency presentations due to illness and problems with his nasogastric tube, however. The tube that was meant to be helping Ollie take in nutrients was also causing problems in his stomach, and his muscular condition kept worsening. He started losing weight. These issues would eventually lead to another emergency mission at the Royal Hobart in early Feb. This is when Ollie's fan club really started to kick off. He befriended all the nurses, specialists and doctors, most of which would come by his room just to say hi. During this 2-month period, Ollie recovered from a bout of pneumonia and had life-changing surgery which allowed him to take in more nutrients than ever before, this time via a port in his belly. He was well on his way back to that round shape that we all knew and loved. He recovered well and was able to return home in early April with a specialised bed and more accessories than Barbie. Across April and May, Ollie enjoyed Mondays at Northwest Support School, where he made more friends and revelled in his newfound love of Hot Wheels cars. Cuddles were frequent during this time. Most nights after I came home from work, if he hadn't crashed already from boogieing and wiggling to music in Sesame Street all day, Ollie and I would sit up together in the recliner. The sounds of the chaos unfolding around us would become muffled and distant. Addie would be throwing herself around in her latest combined singing and acrobatics performance. Archibald, our anxiety-riddled therapy sausage dog, was doing his utmost to join our cuddles. Mum would be amongst the chaos somewhere, trying to contain the performative displays and mentally unstable Snag, all the while continuing the nightly routines. Katie, I'm so grateful to you for allowing me to spend this time with Ollie. June 2025 came around, and once again our world was flipped upside down. Ollie woke up on the morning of Sunday the 1st of June struggling to breathe. The ambulance arrived quickly. The Northwest Regional Hospital emergency team stabilised him efficiently, and as they'd done twice before, the NETS team transported Ollie via helicopter to Hobart. Katie and I, as we'd done so many times before, went into action mode and made our plans. Maybe the adrenaline made us oblivious, or maybe we were blinded by hope, but the idea this could be his last helicopter ride never crossed our mind. At this point, Ollie had now been on 2 helicopter rides, and both his parents had never set foot in one. We made the decision that I would go to Hobart to be with Ollie, and Katie would stay home to continue her placement to become a registered nurse, the first day of which was on the 2nd of June, one day after we found Ollie in his state. Splitting ourselves down the middle to deal with the now and set ourselves up for the future. If Ollie were in charge, he would want us to do the same. This round was looking much like the others. Ollie the fighter was on his way to recovery. We had another family meeting at the hospital, which Katie joined via video call. Like our last meeting with the medical team, we discussed Ollie's options if the extubation or the removal of his breathing tube did not go to plan. Again, it was a decision between 2 outcomes. Do we keep him alive, or do we let him live? Ollie's extubation was successful, and he was making excellent progress towards breathing on his own. The relief and excitement it seemed could be felt through the entire ward. Ollie's fan club was over the moon, and so was he. On the morning of Tuesday, the 17th of June, Ollie had another episode the same as what had happened at home just over 2 weeks prior. He had a great night and a good sleep. Unfortunately, the build-up of secretions in his airways had become too much, and he was no longer strong enough to cough them up. After being brought around once at 7 o'clock in the morning and resuscitated again an hour and a half later, I was told something that made my head spin and my legs turn to jelly. Brad, Oliver is going to die. Katie and I agreed that we wouldn't put Ollie through another breathing tube insertion, but I made the snap decision to have the team intubate Ollie again in the hopes that Mum would have a chance to say goodbye. I cried, I held his hand, and I told him that I love him. The team medicated Ollie and made him comfortable, and I assumed that was it. I assumed I'd seen him awake for the last time, and that his mum would not get to see him awake again, to say goodbyes of her own. Little did I know, as I mentioned earlier, our little man's FOMO was his most powerful feeling. Evidently, he also has an incredible tolerance for morphine. Katie, big sister Addie, and family and friends arrived from that afternoon onwards to spend some time with Ollie and say their final goodbyes. We were sitting with Ollie by his bedside when about 3 seconds into an episode of Elmo's World, Ollie's eyes shot open and he greeted us with his big brown eyes and the slightest of smiles. His love for Elmo was profound, and his mum got to see him awake again after all. Ollie's nearest and dearest filtered through the following Thursday, each spending a small amount of time alone with him to share their love, to wish him well, safe travels, and to warn him of the trouble he was about to get into with his great Uncle Kev and great grandfather Pop Pop. Pop, if you are listening, Ollie can't have whiskey for another 16 years. Secondly, he can't drive you home from the golf club for at least another 9. I know that his great Nan Haynes will be delighted to meet him, as well as many other relatives that have gone too soon. Over this period, we also met with Donate for Life, an organisation that handles organ donation. The Ollie that we know, if he understood and could make the choice himself, would relish the opportunity to potentially give another person a chance at living. As luck would have it, a match was found for our little hero's kidneys. Ollie has given someone on the other side of the country a chance at a new lease on life. On the 20th of June, the 20th day of his admission, exactly 12 months since the passing of his great-grandfather Pop Pop, and too many other coincidences to list, Ollie was declared to have a very impressive metabolism. He resisted, once again, a heightened dose of morphine. To Ollie's family here today, he owes it to his genes to have such a unique skill. While Ollie utilised this in hospital, our families have historically made the most of this exceptional metabolism at the pub. We spent all morning with Ollie after watching the sunrise with him. We ran the fan to create some breeze in his face and hair one last time. Katie and I got him dressed in his PJs and made him comfortable over the short journey to the room where we would say our last goodbyes. On the way there, staff from the NPICU and paediatric wards formed a guard of honour for Ollie as he moved from one side of the ward to the other. Before today, this was the single most humbling display of care, affection and respect that I have ever seen. There was no part of the corridor walls left bare. Staff from multiple wards, both on shift and on their day off, had squeezed themselves in as much as they could to be part of it. As Ollie has a special place in your hearts, the Royal Hobart Hospital paediatric teams will always have a special place in ours. We asked that our last moments with Ollie be spent preparing him for bed in a room set up like his bedroom. There we would hold him and read him stories, tuck him into bed, and say goodnight. After passing through the Guard of Honour and arriving at the room set up specially for Ollie and us, with help from staff, we got comfortable and prepared to say our goodbyes. Ollie passed away peacefully in our arms just before midday. There was no pain or struggle, and he was finally at rest. Over the past 12 months and many admissions to the North West Regional Hospital, the Royal Hobart and countless clinics and therapy appointments, Ollie never once let his illness define him. We continued with our daily lives as best we could. We knew our reward if we did so would be to continue to see Ollie's cheeky smile and to hear his giggle. If we were lucky enough to have it bestowed upon us, we'll be greeted with a dad or a mum, something that he also lost over time. If he were feeling especially generous, he would blow a raspberry and roll his eyes at us. This he kept until the end and was his main weapon in winning people over. We went on interstate holidays, day trips to zoos and wildlife parks, swims at the pool, trips to the beach, everything that a normal little boy should be able to do, and he repaid us with his love. Ollie's legacy is that of courage, bravery and hope. It is also of cheekiness, relentless side-eye, and crawling through the doggy door when mum and dad are not watching. Ollie will be remembered for his patient and gentle nature, his dry sense of humour, and his warrior spirit. He'll be remembered by those he loved and everyone who loved him. His memory has a fairly good chance of being a lasting one. In conclusion, I'd also like to thank a few people, the people he loved, and in return loved him. Ollie's daycare footprints, Beth, Monica, Montana, and everyone else, thank you for caring for and loving our Ollie. You moved mountains to keep him comfortable and supported. It was a very sad day when we made the decision to finish up his time there. Northwest Regional Hospital Emergency, Paediatric and ICU wards, thank you to all the nurses and doctors that cared for our little man over the past 12 months. We got to know a lot of you by name, and if I started on individual thank yous, I'd need at least another 45 minutes. Brad, David, Silla, the Hollies, and all the other allied health specialists on the North West Coast, thank you for buying in on the hope we had for our Ollie to live a good life. The Royal Hobart Paediatric team across both PEDS ward and ICU ward, we cannot fault you for the care you gave our Ollie. No stone was left unturned, and we truly appreciate you. Special shout out to the MP ICU nursing staff. Those that took double shifts or extra shifts at the cost of sleep in Ollie's final days just to keep him comfortable, we appreciate you so much. And at risk of causing an argument, Chelsea, you are Ollie's favourite person. I have never quite seen him react to anyone the way he reacted to you. Ollie would hear you coming first, then he would see you, you would give him your energy in a dance, and he would engage in the most vigorous wiggles of joy I have ever seen him do. I'm so grateful I got to see this and the special relationship you developed. The Royal Hobart specialists, Sally the OT, the physio team, Francis, Joseph and Tanika, Kiara, our superstar support worker, Katrina the chaplain, and anyone else who I may have forgotten, I don't have the words to express my gratitude. You guys are exceptional at what you do, and we are so appreciative. You are like a family away from home. I'd like to thank Ronald McDonald House, who we've got donation tins set up here for today. The unspoken heroes, Fiona, Peter, Rhiannon, and the rest of the staff and volunteers, you're the reason we're able to spend so much time with Ollie during his admissions, while also keeping us from going insane. My workplace, especially since the start of December, thank you for allowing me to work remotely while in Hobart, and change my work schedule to allow more time with my son over the last 6 months. Nurse Mia, Dr. Georgia and Sarah from Donate for Life, thank you for taking great care with us and Ollie in his last moments. You did what you needed to do to keep him comfortable, all while making our final goodbye with Ollie special. It was such a beautiful moment in time, and I'm so glad it was you who were there to guide us through it. Our family and friends. And I apologise, this is a long list. Auntie Han and Uncle Aaron, you have been our rock. You dove right into the early starts and helping us get the kids ready for the day, multiple days a week for 2 months straight. From Ollie's complicated medications to Addie's complicated hairstyle requests. Thank you. We are so grateful, and one day you will take our offers of appreciation willingly. Gran and Nanny Tan, Ollie was so lucky to have 2 grandmothers who showed nothing but unconditional love for our little boy. Gran, I know there's video proof of Ollie saying Gran, but I still don't believe that they were his first words.
Oh, they were.
Pop and Poppy Wom, the hopes and dreams you had for Ollie are the hopes and dreams that I had for him too. I'm so grateful that he surpassed anything we could have wished for. A true reflection of the grit and determination of our families. This last one is more of a recognition than a thank you, but Ollie was lucky to have such a loving group of great-grandparents. Most kids are lucky to have had great parents in their lives, let alone ones that were present and active. Grandad, you and Ollie shared such a special bond. which I think goes beyond anything we know. He loves sitting up with you and listening to your stories and songs. We have so many photos of Ollie comfortably asleep on your lap. He will always be your little mate. Finally, thank you to Ollie's mum. Katie, you love Ollie like no other. In this life and beyond, he will always be your companion, your coconut, your oboe. Ollie, my little buddy, I love you. I'll continue to tell your story until my very last breath. You're my only son and will always be my only son. Good night, buddy. Have a good sleep, and I'll see you in the morning.
Tell me, what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? 'Cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you're dancing in the sky. I hope you're singing in the angels' choir. And I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up in heaven since you arrived. So tell me, what do you do up in heaven? All your days filled with love and light. Is there music? Is there art and invention? Tell me, are you happy? Are you more alive? 'Cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you're dancing in the sky. And I hope you're singing in the angels' choir. And I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up in heaven since you arrived. I hope you're dancing in the sky. And I hope you're singing in the angels' choir. And I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up in heaven since you arrived. Since you arrived.
oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't I? Oh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't I?
I took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills. Well, the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above?
I learnt that the richness in Ollie's life was found in the relationships that he shared with the people closest to him. The loving, the supportive parents that he had been born to, Brad and Katie. Your love and your care for Ollie helped him, I'm sure, to face the huge hurdles that always seemed to be in front of him. He couldn't have done it without you, as I'm sure that you couldn't have done it without each other, and obviously the support of your extended families. His big sister Addie, in your words, Ollie has hopped onto the fast bus. Please hop on there with him whenever you need to, and that goes for any of us. Ollie's bus has made its way into all of our hearts, and this is its last stop. Ollie has gotten off safe at his last stop. Let him rest there. Let Ollie ride with you. Take Ollie away with you today and remember what it is that made him special to you. Let Ollie rest, warm in your hearts and safely wrapped up in your love. Addie, I know you've been busy practicing something pretty special to share with us today, haven't you? Would you like to come forward and share with us?
Hello, my name is Addie. I'm Ollie's big sister. And I'm going to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Because I used to sing it to Ollie. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Thank you.
Addie, Ollie would have loved that. That's a pretty hard act to follow, actually, but I'm going to invite some people to come forward and share some tributes. And firstly, I'd like to ask Hannah.
I'm not quite as good at public speaking as Addie has been, so I just wanted to read a short poem that is based off an old Celtic practice of telling the bees about people passing. Bees were seen as messengers to the other side. Thank you, Addie. With me. So it seemed poetic to me, given Ollie's obsession with bees. Caring for Ollie has been my life's privilege and honour. For all the pain, I would do it again and again. And in my glasses off, I can't see through my tears. I would do it again and again to be allowed the opportunity to love him. It's not the most elegant writing, but it's me to him, and that's enough for today. I'll tell the bees about your leaving, how quiet the rooms have grown. They'll bear my sorrow on their wings and carry your spirit to the dreaming. You dance through life with laughing eyes, a spark of mischief wild. Your journey continues in another life. I'll tell the bees your story. And when I see the bees hum by the rows, I'm reminded of your brief bright days. Your memory, like their endless flight, carries me through the silent hours. Can I have a hug? Thank you. Oh, my knees almost wet. Can you take me down there? Should we go sit down? Awesome.
Tanya.
My dear grandson Ollie, I'll never forget the day Dad and Mum came to tell me their news that you'd be arriving in the December. Then the video call they made to me when you were born. Everyone at work knew. They are two of many proud moments for me in your short lifetime. When I first held you in my arms, my heart near jumped right out of me. It was like I was holding you, Bradley, again for the first time. So precious. The first time my baby sat you, Ollie, I was a bit sneaky and played you some country music. You loved it. I really enjoyed our times together. We'd have loads of fun playing with your little musical instruments to our music with the popper toys, and then we found Slinky, bright and colourful with a smiley face just like you. I'm going to miss those gorgeous eyes, your eye rolls, sideways glances and your dancing. You were such a great dancer. Did you get that little jig happening? But I've got videos, so I miss you so much already, but you've left this world for a brighter place. You'll be running free up there with a whole big bunch of rallies from all sides of the family. They've been waiting patiently for you, and look out, no doubt there'll be quite a few shenanigans going on there, that's for sure. With the mix of characters, you'll never be bored. Round and round the garden like a teddy bear. One step, two step, and tickle under there. You knew it was me every time, even in your last few days. Rest easy now, little man. Nanny Tan loves you. To Bradley and Katie, I've already told you many times how proud of you I am. You've both made Ollie's time here the absolute best possible and with unconditional love. Take solace in each other, love each other, know that you are strong and you can get through anything. Thank you for bringing Ollie into the world. We are all the better for knowing and loving him, and you know how much I love you. Thank you.
Julie.
I've got some hard acts to follow. Gee, you know what? Ollie racked up those frequent flyer points, didn't he? So Ollie was a gorgeous little boy, and it was a privilege to be his gran-gran. He had the biggest heart and was so gentle and happy. He had the squishiest red cheeks, as you saw on the photos, and those big brown eyes. Mix those together with the cheekiest of grins and a bit of side-eye. His smile would light up the room. He was such an amazing little character, and his strength just blew me away. So Ollie was and always will be my little superhero. So the last time I saw him, I had a bit of a chat, as you do, and today I'm going to read a poem on behalf of Ollie. It's called Ollie the Wiggly Superhero. I'm Ollie the Great, a superhero in socks, with superpowered side-eye and unmanageable locks. I didn't walk much, but oh, could I wiggle. To music and beats, I'd boogie and giggle. My words were few, but powerful and true. Mum, Dad, no. That one I did overdo. Addie, I'd shout with a sparkle and grin, and Gran I'd beam, let the cuddles begin. I wore my smile like a superhero shield, and purple was always my power in the field. With eyes so big and brown and wise, my side eye brought laughs instead of cries. I was small, it's true, but don't be fooled. My joy was loud and my charm well schooled. I made friends fast, I stole everyone's hearts, and me and Grandad, we were best mates from the start. But here's the twist in this hero's tale. I've got a new mission in the sky so pale. The world needed cheeky smiles, I gave them galore. Now the stars need wiggling, so I'm off to explore. I gave my kidneys, because that's what heroes do, to help another kid feel brand new. My mission was kindness right from the start, and I left a piece of me in another person's heart. My mum, my dad, my Addie, they're loved through and through. They gave me the world and a giggle or two. They held me so close with strength every day. Their love is my cape as I fly far away. Sorry, I'm going to ugly cry in a minute. And guess who's waiting with arms open wide? Uncle Kev and Poppy Gaz right by my side. They've saved me a seat with tunes in the air, with dancing on clouds, not even a care. So dance when you hear a groovy tune and think of me wiggling over the moon. I'm not really gone, just in disguise, with a cape made of clouds and glowing purple skies. So please don't be sad, just look to the sky. I'm sending you hugs as the clouds drift by. I love you more than words can say, and I'm with you in spirit every single day. We love you, Ollie, and keep away from Uncle Kev because he's really bad news, you know. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you. Yeah.
And finally, a tribute from Simon. I'm not actually sure who's reading it. So if you'd like to come forward.
I actually volunteered my sister for this last night. She sobered up a bit this morning and told me no way. But this is from Poppy Wom to Ollie. Precious memory for Ollie from Poppy Wom. Our Ollie, our little man, our old beau, born under the summer sun, a gift to this world on December 20th, 2022. 2000, yeah, okay. With sparkling eyes and that cheeky grin, you filled our hearts more than words can say. Purple was your colour, bold, bright and full of life, just like you. Strong, courageous, clever, beyond your years. And oh, that mischievous little spark, we all saw it. That glint in your eyes that made us... Sorry. That glint... Sorry, I was not prepared for this. That glint in your eyes that made us smile, even on the hardest days. You loved your bumblebees, tizy, buzzing, fierce and free, just like you, my boy. Though your time here was short, you taught us so much. You showed us how to be brave. You showed us how to love deeply, even when life feels unfair. Now every bee I see, every purple sky, every whisper of the wind, I'll hear you. feel you, my little man, forever with us. Ollie, Olbo, you will always be a part of us. A cheeky grin, a courageous heart, our intelligent, beautiful boy. Until we meet again, your Poppy Warm loves you always.
Thank you.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. You got your eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
Start much further back, when the only living creatures were in the sea. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. And sometimes it
Laurie, can you do this? Yes. Can you do this? Yeah. I've got a good idea. But I've got a good idea. Yes, but I've got a good idea. But I've got a good idea. Sorry.
Let's get sorted.
Helping him.
Yeah, but I'm a helper too. Wee for Ollie! I think it's a perfect one.
Don't worry, she's coming back. Yes. Mum. Oh yeah? Can you say mum? Mum. Yeah. Lexi? I feel you. Don't worry. I do, I feel you. It's okay, love. Slow down.
Ollie, you gotta wake up. Gotta wake up, buddy.
Ollie's story is a story of courage, of strength, of shining his brightest light into the lives of those around him, his laughter, his cheeky smile, right up until those last days. I'm touched by his generosity through Brad and Katie of giving the gift of Ollie's organ donation, so that through Ollie, someone else's life can be made richer, brighter, better. Ollie's family loved him, they supported him, and they surrounded him in his death, as they did in his life, when Ollie peacefully slipped gently away last Friday, the 20th of June. Ollie, I would like to thank you. I would like to thank you for your happy and your joyous personality. We did mostly see it, but sometimes we didn't due to your sickness and your pain. But it was always there. I thank you for showing us a greater understanding of the meaning of love. I thank you for your love of music, the love of a good beat, and for showing us how to move with it. I thank you for your enormous strength and courage, for all the ways that you have taught us how to honour your memory, for showing us that in small moments of happiness and joy can be found throughout a life that's filled with adversity and pain. I thank you for fighting to stay with us, especially in this last few months and weeks of your life. But I also thank you for finding the inner strength to give up and to find an end to your pain, for teaching us not to sweat the small stuff, for showing us that living in the moment, enjoying what you have at that particular moment in time, is so important and so often overlooked. For all of these things, Ollie, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you. And so with those words of thanks in mind, I would like to invite Ollie's family to come forward and to place a flower upon his coffin if they would like to. And as the family do this, we can all take a quiet moment to say our own private goodbye to Ollie and to thank him for the mark that he has left upon our lives. Ollie, if only we could have done everything that we had anticipated with you. Everything in our being wishes that we could have had you and loved you for a lifetime. You are treasured, you are loved, and you will forever hold a place in our hearts. Never will we hear your name without a pain. But your presence amongst us has made us better people, and we are changed through having loved you. But Ollie, we commit you now. We commit you to our hearts, to our minds, and to our memory. We commit to the telling of your story so that others may know you. We commit to loving you from now until eternity. We commit to supporting your mum and dad and all of the people who have loved you through this journey. We commit your spirit, your energy to watch over us, to protect us, and hopefully one day soon you will return to us and we will feel your presence reunited with us, maybe just for a little while. With all of our love, Ollie, we hold you close in our hearts. And now, that's where you'll remain, locked up inside of us. We will let you rest here. We will let you ride with us. And we will take you away with us today. And we will remember everything about you. We will be stronger for you. We will be better for you. And we will be kinder for you. Ollie, for us you will be forever young. You will never grow old in our memories. We will always wish that you stayed much longer and that you had not left our lives. We will always remember you and all that you have given to us. What moves through us today is a silence, a quiet sadness, a longing for one more day, for one more word and one more touch. We may not understand why you had to leave this earth so soon, or why you left before we were ready to say goodbye. But little by little, we begin to remember not just that you died, but that you lived, and that your life gave us memories too beautiful to forget. Ladies and gentlemen, our service has come to its end. And so as we prepare to leave this place and Ollie's family move with him on his final journey, I would invite you all to please stand. Thank you.
My sunshine, my only sunshine, you make me happy when skies are grey. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Good night, sleep tight in the moonlight. Good night, sleep tight until morning light. Good night, sleep tight in the moonlight. Good night. Close your eyes and dream of stars and moonbeams. Good night, I love you. Good night, sleep tight in the moonlight. Good night, sleep tight until morning light. Good night, sleep tight in the moonlight. Good night, sleep tight until